Hi, welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
We are going to be talking about Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 9, Episode 14.
Yes, but first I'd like to show that we got our Sprinkle by MG cookies.
Yay!
So we're going to be unboxing them sometime in the future. Not tonight. It's too late and we're tired. We're exhausted.
It's too late. We don't want to taste sprinkle cookies now.
No, we really don't. We don't. Friday's a better sprinkle cookie night, or Saturday.
Yeah. So this episode is called Red, White, and Smooch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. We are on day 3 in Panama, and it happens to be the 4th of July. And Giselle is talking about the holiday and how her girls are working. They're camp counselors and they're making time and a half because it's the holiday. Ashley said she forgot the kids didn't have school today because it's July 4th. And I thought, well, the kids don't have school in the summer, but they're probably preschool anyway because their kids are little.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, when our kids were little and they went to Ocean Early, like then you send them to summer camp at Ocean Early. So,
right.
you just still call it school.
Right.
But at first
exactly.
I was like, oh yeah, why are her kids in school? But yeah.
Stacey's upset that she's on the phone with her daughter Arabella, and this is the first holiday that she spent without her. And she starts talking about how 17 years ago, her and her mom went on a trip, and it was after her dad had passed, and she wound up meeting her husband on that trip.
Yeah.
She's just kind of really feeling it today. And that, it was 17 years ago she met her husband, and now they're getting divorced. And, it's like starting to sink in, I think,
She doesn't really seem like she wants to get divorced, does she?
No, she doesn't.
Like, I really wonder if her husband initiated this.
Yeah, there's a lot about it we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know why she's getting divorced. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. We really don't.
I wish we did know more. Like, you came on a reality show at this point in your life. Like,
right.
Can you just give us a little something?
That would be nice.
Because the TJ thing is not working.
No, it really is not. So the ladies all agree that they're going to be there for Stacey today. And the plan for the day is they're going to go out on a catamaran and they're going to go kayaking.
Love going on a catamaran. I went on one in Key West. Very
Oh, you
fun.
did? Nice.
Yeah, very fun.
Mia says to Giselle, I want to make sure that you really understand that I apologize. And I agree that we should not talk about our children. It's off limits.
Good call, Mia.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was true, though. Did you mention it, that you had heard that Mia called her daughter sluts?
Yeah, or whores, yeah. Yeah, no, I think it was true because I heard Carlos King was talking about it. I'm almost positive it was Carlos King.
I heard him on Heather McDonald this week, and he was very good. I got to give it to him.
Yeah, he was. I heard him on Heather McDonald, too. It wasn't that episode. It was another episode I heard him talking about. Or maybe it was even the Bros Show, formerly Brav Bros. I don't know why they changed their name.
Either. I was thinking the same thing.
They changed their intro. They changed their name.
Like, even if you're going to cover more shows than Bravo, why are you, rebranding already?
I think that there may be an outside force doing it. So I would love an outside force to rebrand us.
For sure.
Like the new
make your changes, do what you got to do.
Like their new intro, they incorporated something that I said I wanted to do, is where they start talking about a part of the episode and then you hear their intro and then they go into the episode.
Yeah, I like it. Well, Melissa's always done that too.
Yes, she has. So I'm going to try and figure it out. We're going to try and do that too. We're going to try and do a different intro too. Yeah, and beef up our intro a little bit. I don't know. It's just a work in progress over here.
We sure are. Throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks.
That's it. That's what we're doing.
I did love how Stacey kept cuddling up to Giselle, though, and Giselle was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then when Stacey, got emotional about her father and her husband and all that, then Giselle was like, all right, you could touch me.
Yeah, I know. Giselle doesn't like, not a hugger. Giselle is not a hugger.
No, my friend Lisa at the salon is like that too, and we always tease her.
So then Wendy is talking to Keirna, letting her know that Deborah is countersuing her for, is it $7 million?
I think it was $7.1 million. Where do these bitches think that these women are getting this money?
And where are they coming up with these figures?
Exactly. Sorry, I shouldn't have called them bitches. That just kind of came out.
She's talking about how Greg is trying to shelter her, and he's always worried about her when she goes out with the girls that, there's going to be another fight or something. And because of what happened with Deborah and
I
the
feel like
glass.
Eric would be the same way, quite honestly.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
really
I can
do.
imagine. Yeah.
Like, oh, you're going to be with them. I mean, even though obviously he knew she signed on for the show, but still, that was a traumatic thing.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
He's going to want to make sure she's safe.
No, I totally agree. And then right after it had happened that he took her on this trip to Paris. Now, I didn't realize it until Ashley started talking about it later on, that trip, I thought that he took her on the trip to Paris to decompress, but it sounds like from what Ashley said, it was a trip that was already planned and he was possibly going to propose to her.
Yeah, so I totally agree with you. I think when Keirna first mentioned the trip, it did sound like he was doing that because of what had happened.
Right.
To get her away from the situation. But the trip was already planned. They thought, and we didn't know this either, but she thought she was getting engaged.
Right. And we only know this because Ashley talked about it and how she felt guilty because she brought Deborah into the group. Yeah. And she feels like she may have inadvertently stopped the engagement.
Sabotaged her. Yeah.
Yeah. And she's,
questioning
she loves
her
love.
Judge of character.
But Ashley's like, she loves love. Like she's, up to get married again. Like she would want that for somebody else,
Yeah. Yeah.
So then Giselle's calling, well, this is actually happening all throughout it. Giselle's calling her villa the goat that she shares with Stacey whenever anyone walks over because they were all eating there. She's like, oh, welcome to the goat. And then they're getting ready to leave to go to the Catamaran. And she tells them all to exit the goat so that they can get ready for the Catamaran Adventure.
I am enjoying Giselle this season and I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, she's really good this season. She's not overproducing. She's not micromanaging. She's just kind of having fun.
Yep, exactly.
Which is what we want.
We do want that. We do want that. And it wouldn't be happening if Robin were still on the show.
Yeah.
Because Robin was, and listen, for good reason now we know, Robin was very set on trying to expose Karen for things because Robin's life was blowing up in front of the world, really, publicly.
Yes.
And Karen clearly had some skeletons in her closet. We didn't know. And I think that that's why Robin was trying so hard to expose her. And I get it, but it just wasn't a good look. The producers were not editing it that way. They were editing it in a totally different way. So and like I said, I get it, but this is just a much more fun Giselle to watch, in my opinion.
I totally agree. So Ashley's talking to Giselle about, and she's questioning the choices she's made with her friends, meaning Deborah and her husband, Michael. And she's FaceTiming with Josh. I thought it was cute that they share jokes with each other every day.
Yeah.
I think they are cute together. I did not see her on Watch What Happens Live after the episode. I don't know if we got an update on him or not.
I didn't either. I didn't watch it. She looked adorable because I saw her walk out, but I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either. One of us should have. Oh, well.
And I'm sure somebody asked if they're still together.
Yeah, I think that there was an update, but I unfortunately didn't get a chance to watch it. All the ladies are walking, to get onto the boat. They're on the dock, and they all have on high heels again. It's like you're getting on a boat.
And you're getting on a catamaran.
Right.
Like, that's not, we're not going on a yacht. We're not.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if you are going
choppy,
on a yacht,
you're going to feel it.
Even if you are going on a yacht, you need to not be wearing high heels. There's certain footwear that's appropriate for a boat.
Or barefoot. That's what they do on below deck.
Exactly. It's either barefoot or boat shoes. I mean, I could see you don't want to walk on the dock barefoot, but still, you shouldn't be wearing high heels on a dock either.
You don't want to wear high heels on a dock either. I mean, I remember going to Jenkinson's in my early 20s and wearing my heels and my damn heel getting stuck between the boards on my way to the bar.
Right. You don't want to do that.
Struggles. The 21-year-old struggles we face.
The boat captain's name is Gaston, and he says the only rule of the boat is that nobody is to fall off. I think that's easy enough, right?
Solid rule. Legit.
Wendy's commenting about how Karen is not herself on the boat. She is kind of quiet and kind of off to herself a bit.
I'm sure she was very worried this whole season.
I would imagine,
about what was coming her way, especially Now we know what videos, what evidence they had, and those videos were terrible. She knew about them. We didn't. So she must have been scared shitless while filming this season.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's inside on the boat, and she says that she feels like she's going to get seasick, which could be. I mean, that could be true. Mia and Wendy are talking about the kids, and she says the kids are good and they're going to stay there until she gets home where they're at in Virginia or in West Virginia. And they kind of question her, like, why not go get them? And she said, well, I talked to them. They're having fun. They're enjoying themselves. They want to stay there. So it goes back to maybe it wasn't such a big deal where they were. It's not like it wasn't.
Well, let's put it this way. If they were still at Jacqueline's house, right? Because that's where they were supposed to be, at Jacqueline's house with the nanny.
Right.
Would she have not gone home then either? Would she have gone to see her other son and Ink and left them at Jacqueline's house? Nothing Mia does make sense.
No, and that's something else I read, that supposedly her and Ink really are not broken up.
See what I mean? Like, there's nothing authentic about her. She's
Right.
just a big phony baloney.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I don't know if it's true or not either. It's, it is what it is. Ashley's feeling guilty about the Greg and Keirna thing. And she talks to Keirna about it, which I was surprised that she did. And I'm glad that she did.
And what she said was very nice.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm glad because they weren't really getting off on a good foot. And I don't think it really was Ashley's fault. I don't think that she was trying to be messy when she made that comment about the scar. Yeah, I really don't. I
hope not. I mean, that's a woman's face.
Yeah, exactly. It is a woman's face. Then it's, it's other bullshit stuff I don't like. Jacqueline and Mia are talking about how they've watched each other have sex with other people.
Yeah. Like, here we fucking go again. Like,
this show
interested. It's trash. It's such trash, and you're making yourself look like trash.
It's true. It does look trashy. It's really trashy.
I really hope neither one of them come back next year. I never get what I want, though. They'll be back.
I don't know. We might get. I mean, listen. We don't. Karen's probably not coming back, right?
No.
So Karen's not coming back. I would be surprised if Mia comes back. And if there's no need for Jacqueline if Mia doesn't come back.
No, definitely not. And I don't think Jacqueline's coming back no matter what. I don't think anyone wants Jacqueline back. She's not adding anything.
No.
Other than this trash.
Yeah, it is. It is totally trash. And it's funny because a lot of our listeners are putting those in our comments too. Like they don't even watch it anymore because of this trash. Like, that's not why we watch these shows. We don't need to see, we don't want to hear about their sex lives or their positions or who's,
no,
we don't want that. We don't want to see them dressed trashy with, their body parts hang. We don't need to see that.
No,
we don't need to see that.
Or that Mia was a fluffer for, Jacqueline's guy when she was getting ready to hook up with him. Like, no, we're good.
No. I mean,
that.
Keirna and Giselle do ask Stacey if she's a missionary girl. And I like that Stacey was not having any part of it. She didn't answer the question. She's like, I'm not having any part of this conversation. And good for her.
Yeah, it's nobody's business.
It really isn't. It really isn't. So it's the last night of the trip. And Ashley tells Jacqueline that she's surprised that she hasn't tried to kiss her yet.
I felt that this scene, when Ashley goes to see Jacqueline in the bathroom, I felt like this was extremely staged. They most certainly had a conversation prior to this being filmed, and it was stupid.
Yeah. I mean, Jacqueline's response is that Mia would be super jealous, and if we do it, we can't let Mia know. Well, you can't say that to Ashley because you know what Ashley's going to do.
Yeah, and come on, Jacqueline. Like, it's just stupid. The whole thing's stupid. I'm not going to say what I want to say because I might get bashed for slut-shaming her, and I don't want to do it.
So then the ladies all get dressed up for dinner. And they get dressed and they're getting on the bus. And Mia is wearing a dress that Wendy wore already that season.
Wendy is so funny because first Karen's party, I didn't realize how much Karen's party did look like Wendy's party.
Right.
She's like, if you want to be me, just tell me, or whatever she said. That was so funny.
It was funny. It was. And she reiterates that they are there for the liberation celebration. That's the whole reason for this trip. They're at dinner. Ashley announces that her and Jacqueline kissed. And you can see Mia's face that she is not happy. And she starts making like jabs at it. And Jacqueline said I was a better kisser. And Mia said lies because I kissed more than what you kissed. Again, having to just take it another step further. I'm not into it either. I'm not either. The ladies all go watch the fireworks. Wendy now pats herself on the back and she thinks she's responsible for bringing the ladies together. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's what you think happened. Okay.
Mia reminds me of, how people, like my parents always said, like when people talk about money a lot, it means they don't have it. Like when people try to pretend they have more money than they do, then they really don't have it. So Mia's like that, but with like her like sexual,
yes,
her whole vibe.
Yeah,
like
she
she's
talks
so
about
sexual. She's so freaky. She's so this. Like the more you talk about it, the more I'm starting to question it.
Well, Brynn is
She
the
might be a
same way.
missionary girl, and we don't even know it.
Oh, no, she's not a missionary girl.
I don't know. The more you talk about it, the more I start to question it.
She's a dancer.
Yes, she was.
No, she's definitely not.
No. Starting to question everything about Mia.
So the next morning, Karen slept through breakfast. Giselle tells the ladies that Jamal is getting remarried.
How about who asked Giselle? What'd they ask her? I should have wrote it down. You know what was happening? My TV was glitching while this was filming, and my Tess and Andrew were cooking steaks in the kitchen, and Joe and Adriana, everybody was all over the place.
There's too much going on.
Way too much going on. But they basically asked her, like, Giselle, like, is she good looking or whatever? And Giselle was like, well, she ain't this. Like, and I'm sure she's not, because Giselle is a very fine lady.
Yes, she's beautiful. She really is.
She is beautiful.
Jacqueline then calls PP to let him know that she kissed Ashley and Mia.
Yeah.
Okay, we didn't need to see that either.
No, and then he's like, is that all you have to tell me? And she says, for now.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Exactly. What does that mean?
And does PP even give a shit? Because it really doesn't seem like he does.
And why would he? Because he's only PP.
Exactly.
She doesn't have to
kids aren't
answer
even
to
with
him
him right now. They're with a nanny.
Yeah, she doesn't answer to him. They're not together.
Right. So what does he care? He probably cares about as much as we care, and we don't care.
Exactly. That's so true. That is so true. This is when Wendy asks Mia if she's going to Atlanta instead of going to get the kids in Virginia. And she says, her oldest has the basketball game. Not true. Totally not true.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Sure. I do too. And they toast to getting closer, and they choose a liberation, and they toast to Panama. And like I said, Wendy is the one who, got them all together and allowed this to happen, which I call bullshit. But all right, if that's what you want to say, then go right ahead.
How about Wendy saying that she knows when Keirna is going to get engaged?
Yeah, how can she say that?
I mean, maybe Greg and Happy Eddie have formed some kind of friendship.
Maybe.
I could see that.
Yeah, that's
maybe
possible.
He confided in Happy Eddie. Happy Eddie seems like a very loyal, trustworthy man.
Okay, so maybe we will see this.
I hope so.
But wait a second. Are we going to see it? What episode number did I say we're on? We're on 14. And we know they filmed the reunion. So what do we have? Another episode or two?
Yeah, but they didn't say what said season finale, Salt Lake?
Yes.
I haven't watched the most recent Salt Lake episode yet, but I think there's the one I haven't watched, and then they announced the season finale, which would be next week. So that's ending. I would imagine this. I mean, I feel like they're all right in a row. Potomac, New York, Salt Lake, and then did Beverly Hills come on last?
Yeah, we only did I think the next Beverly Hills is 7 that we haven't done yet. That was this week.
So I mean, I feel like the 3 of these are going to wind down now. Well, New York already filmed their reunion. Potomac already filmed their reunion.
And Salt Lake did theirs.
Salt Lake already filmed theirs.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the hell are we going to talk about?
I mean,
we're going to find something.
Yeah, because we have Summer House is coming on, right?
Yeah, I never
What's
feel like we
coming
could do a
on?
whole episode about that. Well, Summer House is on, Southern Charms on, Southern Hospitality. Maybe we do an episode where we cover all of those. And I do want to watch that Girls Gone Wild documentary. We could talk about
Okay.
that. And we still
Yes.
have to do Menendez brothers.
We still have to do the Menendez brothers. Yeah, we do have a lot that we can still talk about.
For sure.
Before I forget, it just came out, Page 6 put it out today, that Jen Shah's sentence has been reduced again. This is the third time. Right now, she's looking at November of 2026, and they say that they'll probably be reduced again before then.
She must be doing a damn good job there.
Actually heard she is.
Yeah, me too.
Which, okay, do your time. Go ahead, do your time.
The thing is just come out and don't rip people off.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I hope she comes out humbled. Teresa came out. She seemed to be humbled, but then she kind of went right back to her old ways when Louis came into the picture.
Right.
I mean, honestly, I really think she was very humbled until he came along.
Mm-hmm.
I blame him for her
downfall,
reversion back to
yeah
her old self. But so hopefully Jen comes out and stays humbled, and Coach Shah's not going to let her not be humbled.
Yeah, I hope that happens too. I hope, and
maybe we'll see her again. But I don't know, because it doesn't seem like she's on good terms with any of the ladies anymore.
Well, and I don't know that it would be right either if Bravo did bring her back based on what happened to her. Why she pled guilty and what she did.
I know it was a different time because it was a long time ago when, Teresa had her issues. But I do feel that if someone commits a felony, is found guilty of a felony, you should not put them back on TV. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah. No, I mean,
maybe it'll get people to do the right thing.
I was going to say it really comes down to the viewers, because if the viewers don't watch it, then they won't put them on TV. But if the viewers watch it, they're going to put it on TV.
Unfortunately, that's true.
So, we get to have a small say in it, whether or not we watch it.
A little bit.
There was something else very pressing I wanted to talk about, but now I can't remember what it is. I know. I'm still listening to it. Emily and Shane Brunette. What is it? Legally Brunette? Her podcast, Simpson, yes. Emily Simpson and her husband.
I haven't listened to that yet. And I love them.
I know. So there's only been 2.
Okay, good. I can get
the first one was about the Menendez case. And then the second one, she gave a little bit update on the Menendez case. And she's talking about the Blake Lively, New York Times, Baldoni.
Okay.
Those lawsuits. And it turns out, which one thing I thought was very interesting, is that the attorney that's representing the Menendez brothers is the same attorney that Baldoni is using to sue the New York Times.
Okay.
So I recommend to our listeners to listen to that one. I think it's called Legally Brunette. Okay. But it's under the 2 T's in a pod. And there's only been 2 episodes. And I didn't finish the second one, but I did get a lot of information out of it.
Okay. I'm going to listen to that. I haven't listened to 2 T's in a while. I'm up to date with Melissa's. I was in the middle. I finished the Juicy Scoop with Carlos King.
Yeah.
And I was in the middle of the Bravo docket talking about Girardi.
Oh, I saw that one. I didn't get it. How is that one? How's that going?
It's good. I stopped that one to listen to Juicy Scoop. So I'll go back to that.
Yeah.
I'll go back to that now because I finished the Juicy Scoop. Because I listened in my car, like wherever I am, I just listen. Oh, when I did the humble I started
brag.
The humble brag. I did start a humble brag.
I love the humble brag. The latest
so maybe
one.
I finished the Tom Girardi. I think I finished the Bravo docket. I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
The latest humble brag, I don't know if you listened to that one, where Crystal talks about what happened with the friends, the 14 friends.
I think that's the one I'm on.
Okay, good. That's a good one. It's really, I love that podcast. I love how real they are. I've never liked Crystal more, to be quite honest with you.
Well, see, that's what happened with Teddy.
Yeah, but I don't like Teddy anymore.
I know. Well, then she shouldn't have gone and wait, right? 14 Friends. That's the one I'm on, but I literally just started it.
Yeah.
Teddy shouldn't have cheated on her husband, man. You were so likable again.
Yeah, she was.
I mean, I thought so. People were still coming at her, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I thought she was. I still think she's really good on the podcast. And for me to continue listening, because I I loathe Tamara. I cannot stand her. And I did like her on the podcast before she became a housewife again, but that was a tragic fail. And now I find her unbearable on the podcast.
Yeah, I haven't been listening to it like I used to. I will
I know.
turn it on. If I like it, the topic, I'll stay. But I
know.
saw I was scrolling through it too, because I scrolled through. I almost listened to, there's a new one of the two Eds. And I was going to listen to that. But then I said, no, I want to find the Emily one. So I went and found the Emily one. And then I'm going to go back and listen. I want to hear what's going on with the two Eds.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially since, Edwin and Teddy.
Right.
Like, I want to hear if we're talking about that.
Yeah, I got to look at Emily. I got to because I have to follow it and then it'll just come up, right?
Yeah, but it's under the two T's.
I know. I wonder if it'll just come up. Oh, it was just there. Yeah. Legally Brunette. Can I follow the show?
You should be able to.
Show. Yeah. Yep. All right, good. So now her new ones will pop up on my. So that's what everybody at home has to do for Rewind Whenever. Go to our podcast on Apple Podcasts and follow our podcast. And then our new ones will just pop up.
Yes, or anywhere you listen, Spotify, iHeart, any place you listen to our podcast, if you could hit follow, that would be great. And tell your friends or share it. I wonder if any other podcasts talk about us. Probably not.
Not yet.
Do you think?
But these are all goals.
Speaking of goals, our friend, New Jersey housewife Danielle Cabral, is doing a party, show up and eat food and scream party tomorrow night at a local Sayreville restaurant, which good for her.
Yes.
I like Danielle. I think she's
Me
real.
too. And if I did not have CCD, I mean, listen, we could still rally and go up. We could still rally.
I know. I say that now and I have all intentions. And then when my ass gets home.
I know. You know what it is? It's so cold. If it were summer, we would totally be able to rally.
It is so cold. And I work outside. It's
ridiculously cold in Jersey.
I work outside. So when I get home, sometimes I just stand in front of the fireplace. I'm not joking. And it gets my whole back hot.
Yeah.
Sorry. I get my back hot and just get warm. It's hard to leave that. It's hard to leave that. I know.
I don't blame you.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. So until next time, please follow us, like Kelly said, and tell your friends. Bye.